I know so many children, bright children, who are struggling at school, struggling to read, to write, to spell, and no matter how hard they try, and despite all the help they get. I am Barbara Hoy, and my son, Marcus, was like that when he was in primary school. I realized in year 1 that we were having trouble. I was helping at school with reading, and the banana group and I were designated to an outdoor shelter. And it didn't take me long to realize the banana group is the lowest fruit denominator in that school. And here was my son among them. He looked at me with big eyes and this pale complexion and tried so hard to read and please me, yet guessing every single word. It choked me up. It would have choked up any mother to see their kid playing up and distracting each other, and from the fact that they could not read. It took me 2 more years, at the end of year 2, when I had an aha moment. It was another morning, everybody's running late, and Marcus had a meltdown in the bathroom, arguing with his brother, overly sensitive and dramatic, and his anxiety and stress transferred to me, and I felt like my heart was racing and my throat was restricted, and I thought, how hard will it be for that young man going to school now, sitting a test where he doesn't even understand or read the questions, let alone know the answers. It was then and there I thought, it's enough hoping and wishing for something to change, because for 2 years, despite everything we tried, nothing had changed. I had to find a solution fast. And it came that very day in the form of a book. And it just opened a new world for me. I had always thought of dyslexia as a disability or a weird way of reversing letters and numbers. I couldn't even blame my mother at school who had told me, we need laborers too. But Marcus didn't want to be a laborer. He wanted to be a comedian. Well, he said Canadian, but I knew what he meant. And I wanted to help him to bring those great ideas into sentences and stories that made sense. To cut a long story short, Marcus turned from an 8-year-old frustrated non-reader to a young published writer at the age of 18. And I did many courses and made discoveries that told me, with working with these individuals from a wide spectrum of very smart picture thinkers, that they just learn differently, that they are the future leaders, and they need a different approach to learning. I found out that we need to help them to bring out that potential, that talent, before their curiosity, before their courage, and before their confidence was all gone. So I have compiled a list of 10 characteristics that I wished I had known when my son had that meltdown, and solutions that are not what one may expect. So leave your address here, because they are like a guide, like a hitchhiker's guide from meltdowns to solutions, and they're different, they are unusual, and I would like you to have them.